Three, two, one.
The following Pulpery podcast is brought to you by The Goddamn Sauce. Go to thegdsauce.com for details to order all the sauces to replace your ordinary condiments. Welcome to the Pulpery Nerdcast with Brock and Ben. This podcast is where we discuss the nerd culture headlines that intrigue us and those minor details that enrage us.
Okay, so I start every one of these as okay, so. That should be the band's name.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, so. Yeah, or Meat Sweats.
Ooh, I like that.
It was my son. My son came up with it.
Nice job.
That's what I said. He does play music. He is in bands. So Fallout trailer dropped. I think we talked about like 4 still pictures last week for about an hour. So this week we're going to spend 2 hours talking about a 91-second trailer. So here we go. All right, boys and girls, strap in. Fuck. And Jonathan Nolan. Okay. The trailer makes it sound like that. What's his name? Todd, whatever, who did the game?
Howard or something like that, yeah.
It makes it sound like he had a lot of influence.
It looks like
That's what I'm saying. Looks, and his name is the second name that they show after they show Jonathan Nolan's name. For the uninitiated, that would be Christopher's brother.
Yes. Who has a good pedigree as well.
Westworld being one.
Yeah, he's not the wannabe brother like Tony Scott to Ridley Scott.
No, or like one.
Although Tony Scott was great, don't get me wrong, but
he's no Ridley.
No, I mean,
who is?
He didn't get the funding like Ridley does. Yeah, right. But anyway,
like the Nolans apparently can get money when they want. So anyway, the first shot of the trailer, looking into the vault, they had me at that.
Yeah.
Because they could have easily, no, I don't want to say fucked up, but got too gimmicky with it.
Yeah, or they could have gone over the top and made it like Dayglow or something.
And the vault is very, everything's streamlined, right? In all the vaults. There's not a lot of unnecessary shit that these TV execs like to throw in now. Yeah,
even in the games, in a functioning vault, there's not like sweaty walls.
No, it's just
stupid
like
shit like that.
Rooms that have a purpose. Yeah, all the spaces are used. It's just hallways, nothing extra. I'm glad they didn't decide to put up chandeliers and shit. I mean, that's taking it too far. But
you're right.
People easily would be like, no, man, we can make this much cooler. Dark, we make water dripping down the vault walls.
Well, I mean, that's what it looks like in having, like, for the millionth time, restarted Fallout 4.
Hey, man, that's a good one.
No, it is. The load screens don't take as long as New Vegas. I mean, if New Vegas could load quick, I'd be playing that all the time. But
Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yeah.
It's faster.
Yeah. But unlike other video games' successful and unsuccessful interpretations, Fallout, for the uninitiated, is different characters every time. So, the whole game is all about setting.
Yeah. The characters, or the main character, who ultimately you create, was it 4 where you do they don't all start out as babies, so I haven't played them all.
No, that was 3. And then New Vegas was you were already courier that was left for dead, and then
you were already established.
Yeah, and then the 4 was you were frozen and then had been thawed out.
I forgot about that. Okay.
But I think like 3 there was a little bit. It was rudimentary.
Of course. Pick your father, pick your mother,
build,
and then it builds your character. But I guess the point is, you're right. There's not a main protagonist. It is just...
And not a continuous character that you follow.
No,
it's
like
a new character
Washington,
every
D.C.,
game.
there was this character dealing with shit there. Boston, Vegas. There was 4?
4 was Boston. And then
So D.C. was 3.
Yeah. And then they have the online one, Fallout 76, which is in the Appalachians.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Yeah.
But usually, yeah. So this one, it's desert landscapes, but then they have forest too.
I think it's LA, or it's in the LA area.
Is that what it's supposed to be? I guess it makes sense because at the end of the trailer, they're nuking LA.
Yeah.
Oh, you got all kind of fucking terrain out there.
But but that's the point. I mean, I'm surprised it's taken them this long.
Should be
to attempt it, because from a production standpoint, if you're going to be doing like a Fallout storyline each season, then particularly with streaming, is that you don't have to have the same cast every year.
You could do True Detective.
Yeah.
What do they call those, anthologies?
Yeah.
Where it's like a completely different story, completely different cast.
Right.
Same universe.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay. Yes, and they could do that easily with this. No need to carry it on. It's like each protagonist in the games had the one thing that they were trying to do, right?
Right.
A to B with all of this fucking shit in between. Like 3 years worth of gameplay in between. Thousands of hours in between point A and point B.
Sure.
So yeah, you could put that in.
Not including the DLCs.
Right. Or, it taking me 1,000 times longer because I am obsessive about inventory control. Like, a little obsessive about it.
Well, it also does seem, and again, this is just off the preview.
Again, 91 seconds.
That they are sort of tongue-in-cheek about it.
Which the games did not take themselves seriously.
No.
At all.
But I think I would assume too there's going to be a lot of Easter eggs for play or for gamers in there.
I think The Witcher started it, and there have been other video games, but The Witcher's the first one to nail it.
Yeah.
And then Last of Us was like, this is how you do it.
Yeah.
And all of them have had Easter eggs. At Fallout, same people that did The Boys. A star writer director,
mm-hmm.
and then obviously the guy knows what he's doing with the Fallout games, making them. So I can't fucking wait.
I mean, it looks amazing.
So April.
Yeah.
And I'm sure we'll be talking a lot about it. Ghoul, the Ghoul.
Yeah, Walter Goggins.
Or just Ghoul, the Red Skull is what I call him.
Yeah.
Spot on. The Brotherhood. I know we talked about this from a picture, but watching 4 of them walk through the desert. Well,
and seeing their helicarriers and shit like that is just. I'm trying to think. Yeah, there hasn't been. They didn't show any. Just like Wastelanders yet, and.
Nope, they showed Benjamin Linus as one of the wise men that you meet throughout the games.
Right.
Right. They're just like, oh, really? You're not ready for this? This is what needs. So I like the fact that he's there. I hope he's kind of always there as the wise man.
Yeah, was it like the doctor in New Vegas, and then
there's always that one character.
Yeah, there's the drugged out old lady in 4 who has the visions.
Oh, I forgot. Yes. Who was it in 3 in DC? Did they have?
It was the radio DJ. That was your constant. Yeah.
Yes. Oh, constant. Excellent job. Okay. We're gonna wrap up. So I think we've talked enough about a 91-second trailer.
Yeah. Or have we?
Well, maybe. We'll find out next week. So you finally finished Invasion, right?
Yeah.
And?
Finally found some time. So, I can't. I'm sorry. The writing is so bad on that show.
And it's not the actors, because they're doing all they can. The mom, and I think I've said this from the jump, is a little insufferable.
That whole her whole storyline.
Her son is maybe worse.
Who looks like when he's trying to control animals or the metal aliens that he's shitting himself.
Right. He's not like stressed or like he is like. They showed him the meme of that guy in class with the veins pointing out like he's trying not to fart. Yeah. They said, "Do this. Do that." And he looks like Mitch McConnell in a press conference, but yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, obviously the Sir, they asked you.
The Japanese scientist story is good, but then,
had you gotten to when your boy died, the wannabe, what's the word I'm looking for? The Elon Musk of the Asian. Yeah. So thank God they got rid of him.
Right. And then the whole thing with what is she, like a technician and therapist?
Right. They fell in love, but they didn't.
Right.
Like you put that love story in there just because
without any
what is her Miski?
Yeah.
Because she was in love with a woman, you just felt the need that another woman has to fall in love with her while she's trying to track down the love of her life.
And it's supposed to be this barrier from her, achieving full consciousness with the aliens. Like,
how about just
not having that storyline?
Or you're just there to help her.
Right.
Like, why do I need to be in love?
Or actually show the relationship. And I'm not sitting there going like I want like a lesbian sequence or something. But it's like it
was so superficial.
Yeah.
It was like
it's so cliche that it's this like parting two lines and like you gotta let me go. Okay.
I get it. You've known each other. Right. And if they cut that out and just went with her, I hope I got her name right, wanting to not just be in the hive mind, but what's the word I'm looking for? Giving herself over to it.
Sacrificing herself for it. Yeah.
I wanted to use that, but
surrendering
herself to that so she can take the next step to find her true love.
Which is also like, it seemed like she kind of had that figured out earlier on.
Right. The first time she talked to him, she had it figured out. Remember? And she was all like in that coma, but not really. Yeah. And then that's when the love interest started.
Yeah, but then they got to drag it out because...
Right. Like, she had the epiphany.
And even and like the kids which usually is the one like, oh, they're doing the storyline on them, like that's cool. That got cliche, like when they were gonna have
when Casper went away and they had the heel guy.
They lost track of the fun, and then it was that whole thing of
they lost track of the plot.
You can't put her in harm's way. If you love her, you can't do this.
Right. If you love her, you must let her go.
Yeah.
We're beyond that at this point in a show like this.
Right.
What, 2 seasons?
Yeah.
Yeah, 2.
And then we literally end up right back where we were at the end of season 1. Like the soldier and Casper. The soldier story at least was this season the most compelling one.
Yep. And even in the first season, he's the one who actually had to deal with tragedy and deal with himself. And the writing wasn't terrible. And he went home and he had to find himself. And then he found a new purpose.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I would say, like, first season, the only thing that got me with his storyline was while he was still in the desert. And it was...
Meathead.
And I think we talked about this. It's like non-military people writing about the military.
Correct.
And it's like always like...
They think everybody...
It's 3 clicks that way.
They think everybody in combat's
lock and load.
Meathead.
Yeah.
It's like, we got 3 clicks, so everybody sync your watch. No, it's not fucking like that. Give me a fucking break. In the 70s, maybe. Now it's just like, look, you see that rock over there? I'm going to go there. I need you to go here. And then somebody, just please make sure nobody's going to shoot us.
Oh, don't worry. I have this radio on my neck that I just squeeze.
That everybody...
We want to take this time to thank you for supporting the Pulpery Podcast. We are available on all podcast platforms, so please follow us and turn on the downloads. You can always delete them later. If audio is not your thing, we are on YouTube. Check out our page and hit the subscribe button, like our episodes, and share with all your friends. Follow us on all the socials for our latest content and additional takes on the latest stories and news. If you need a change for your taste buds, go to thegdsauce.com and change the way you think about the way you eat. From their signature goddamn sauce to their ghost pepper sauce, they have everything you need to rethink condiments. Help support an independent business by getting rid of your same old condiments and boss up with the goddamn sauces. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to start everything moving forward like that.
How about it?
So the trailer wasn't released for a full 24 hours before I saw...
Excuse me, yeah, because I use old man parlance when I say it should be GTA 6, not Grand Theft Auto.
See, what a lot of these kids don't understand is I played Grand Theft Auto 1 on a computer.
Yeah.
And it was a top-down, you just drive your car around.
I came in on 2.
2 was the same thing.
Yeah.
It was just upgraded more.
Yeah.
And then they went to third-person perspective.
Right. Was that 3? Yeah, 3 was the one on PS2.
And it was in New York.
Yeah.
And then Vice City.
Yeah.
Was the shit.
And changed everything.
Changed video gaming history forever. There should be... I'm sure someone's written a thesis on...
Probably.
Vice City.
Yeah.
At any rate, wasn't out for 24 hours, and I think I saw 3 or 4 posts on X from like old white guys or, politicians. This shit shouldn't be out for kids to play. It was probably a little less than 90 seconds.
I love it how they jump to that without, just reading basic literature on it. Like, same with like metal music. It doesn't make people more violent.
No. Studies have actually been shown that people who listen to metal, for instance,
are calmer.
Are calmer human beings.
Yeah.
Yeah. Me excluded, because I'm just an intense asshole anyway.
Well, that's because of a chemical imbalance in your brain. But
correct. Yeah, I understand that now.
Yeah.
Again,
that's not metal music.
I have a therapist for these things.
But same with, quote unquote violent video games. It's
right.
If
this is a trailer.
Yeah. It's got a lot in it.
Oh, it does.
It doesn't have any shoot. It's got one hold-up scene, but that's it.
No, it's like chicks twerking on cars, which is a literal
I was going to say, it's everything you can see on TikTok.
Yeah. Just Google, live scenarios that match the GTA trailer, and they have side-by-side comparisons.
Yeah.
So they're taking... And even in the trailer, they have posts of, likes and stuff of people dancing in a club or beating someone up. Which is what you see on fucking social media these days. They're not...
Well, and they're missing
reinventing the wheel here. They're using real-life shit.
They're also missing the point of the game. The game is...
satirical as fuck.
Yeah, or it's an over-exaggerated version of the United States. Always has. And that's what 4 was. It's like a Russian dude comes in...
And tries to take over New York.
Yeah.
Again, different New York than the original Liberty
City. Yeah.
That was the name of it.
Yeah.
Right. They don't understand that. They see a chick in a thong on a beach in a video game, or a dude carrying an AK-47, which, by the way, you love. Love those guns.
Right. Yeah.
Anyway, back to the game.
They love real guns, not fake guns.
Back to the game. While they take Christmas pictures with kids holding, machine guns. So back to the game. It looked fucking beautiful. Full stop.
Yeah.
Which, again, it's a Rockstar game. They're all going to be fucking beautiful. It's the minutia of the game. I said it again. Minutia of the game that they kill, too.
5 was amazing, but what they did
three
with
different protagonists,
and
being able to
swap in the middle of
it changed because now games have like 2 different people you can choose.
I was saying where there's like Last of Us Part 2 where you play as like 3 different characters,
right?
All in the same main storyline.
You play as Ciri in one of the Witcher games too.
Yeah.
So yes, and they started that shit, and you could play 18 holes of golf, or throw darts, or race dune buggies.
I was gonna say, like San Andreas, you could just sit and eat until you got fat.
Correct.
And then you could go to the gym and work out.
Yep.
And then you could go bang a hooker.
Which is everything that I want in a game. I spend my time with Red Dead Redemption 2 just taking hair elixir so my hair grows out to a beautiful mane.
Well, as I say, I mean, it's for free on PlayStation Plus, Lawnmower Simulator. And it's a hugely popular game.
There's a reason Goat Simulator's a thing.
Yes.
And
Farm Simulator. Like, people like doing remedial things.
The Sims have cornered the market on mundane shit. Where people are like,
I gotta clean the whole house now.
Right. Or, my husband...
They're sitting in a pile of trash cleaning a virtual...
Right. My husband's in game. My husband's in the garage creating art. I'm gonna go find a sim down the street to fuck.
It's a Black Mirror episode.
Mundane shit. That's all San Andreas is.
Yeah.
That's all GTA 6.
Well, and the thing is that if you can do that in a virtual environment, then you don't have to do it in real life.
Correct. I will virtually murder everyone, but I will not step out of my doors and kill anyone.
Yeah, I was going to say, I mean, and not to turn the conversation back, well, and it'll come
back to it.
But it was like, that's one of or particularly when Bethesda released all the mods on their high grossing games. But you get Fallout 4 and it's like, oh, I'm just going to get like this, Superman ring and this, that, and I'll craft my character look, and then I'm going to go around, I'm going to do headshots on everybody.
Exactly.
Now, does that mean that I walk out and I still remember after Vice City playing that for hours in college.
Everything outside looked like Vice City.
Well, and that's when I lived in New York, so it was like, and after you play 3 and then Vice City over and over and over again, you step out and you're like, oh, that's the same skyline.
Dave Chappelle did it right.
Yeah,
he had a sketch of real life.
But I didn't steal anybody's car. I didn't beat somebody up to collect their cash.
Now, although there was a video going around of a cop slamming this chick on the ground and cash goes everywhere.
Yeah.
And somebody was like, why the fuck she explode cash like GTA? Sorry, it's just everywhere. It's pop culture everywhere. That's why I do this podcast.
It's all secular.
It is. Everything. And people bitch about it.
The game makes fun of reality. Reality then uses the game to make fun of its own self.
Correct. And then guess what? In 7 years, when the game sequel comes out, they will make fun of it all over again.
7 years? It's going to be 10.
I saw...
This thing should be big enough. It'll take us the rest of our lives.
The release dates of all the games, and it was like 1 year, 2 years, 4, 8. And I don't know how long it's been. They released Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yeah.
Which is a fucking
massive
huge game. In between this. And not to mention all the DLC and online content that they have been regularly.
But see, I'm fine with that because that gets the other studios to up their game. So the next Elder Scrolls is going to be mammoth.
Yeah, and this last one was bonkers.
It was life-changing.
Yeah.
I mean, I hate to say it.
It really was difficult.
It's one of the 2 times in my life it's like, I should get a tattoo. And it'd be a Fus Roda.
Yeah. See? There you go. That's video games for you. All right. We've been wanting to talk about Lower Decks forever.
Well, again, I finally... I've been catching up intermittently.
Oh, that's so much going on. God forbid we're adults with responsibilities.
Right. And, trying to have a life now. So, That part's fun.
There
but
you go.
You
just gotta find time, man.
Yeah, well, it's and that's the nice part about
it's called time management.
Not having children, and
you know what I found out? I learned the word DINK today. Double income, no kids. Apparently. Never mind. Go ahead.
I'm not there yet, but
no.
Anyway. So I finally had a weekend I wasn't running around town.
Thank God,
and
that's
then
this weekend coming up for me.
I destroyed myself Thursday night, so I had several days to catch up on this stuff.
You know what? Your subconscious did that.
It might have.
It did.
Yeah, it's like, oh, you have so many shows you have to watch.
We're gonna nuke your
Go
insight.
get fucked up. So, but yeah, so I finally caught up through season 4.
What are we at 6 at this point? How many are there? Just 4?
No, just 4 now. So, and it's now at the point where I would assume somebody who is not thoroughly versed in Star Trek canon,
right,
would find it amusing, but it is solely for fans. Like, there are just Easter eggs everywhere.
So, what I've always found interesting about Star Trek and Trekkies and all of that is how a show like this can go 4 seasons without what wrestling, the casuals watching it.
Yeah.
Right? It's hardcore. The casual can come in and come out, but it's still entertaining. But they've lasted 4 seasons.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to do a 5th. Discovery's ending with this upcoming season.
And we talked about that, right.
Because, I mean, and understandably, the production value on it is so high. But it's all, CBS refuses. I mean, they've started putting Yellowstone on regular CBS, but they're not putting, which,
They dove all in on Yellowstone because they saw the audience for it streaming.
Yeah. Well, and that's,
all those old women really love old cowboys.
What is about
I don't fucking know, because they grew up on
Gunsmoke and shit like that.
What was the TV show?
Bonanza.
No, there was a Dove.
Lonesome Dove. Lonesome Dove is fabulous, though.
I'm just telling you.
I love that.
That set the stage for all these middle-aged.
Man.
Right?
Robert Duvall is magical. I mean, it's like he was on fire at that point. Like Tender Mercies and Lonesome Dove.
He was.
Fuck.
I mean, that's kind of what Kevin Costner's at this point.
Yeah, but then Costner's ego is so huge. Like, that's why they're ending it, is because he's like, I'm like,
you know why? And then they just went, can somebody call Harrison Ford for us?
Right. Or, let's get,
who was the other guy?
Sam Elliott and Tim McGraw.
So Harrison Ford's did the prequel of Yellowstone, right?
There's the,
I can't believe we got on a Yellowstone.
Yeah, we did.
Go ahead, finish.
My mom will love this one.
Yellowstone, trust me.
But it's like they're doing anthologies. And there's 2 prequels out. So there's the 1888 and then there's the 1924.
Right.
But our Paramount's gone all in on Taylor Sheridan. Like he did Tulsa King.
Is that who that is?
Yeah, and he did the spy one with Zoe Saldana. Which is another movie he did with her. I think they're doing a Sicario series eventually.
Really?
Yeah, so it's
funny because Paramount. We just went in a completely different direction.
We did. But we're talking mainly about the network that puts up, which is
and it's CBS, right? It's Paramount.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they have.
But
they've done the John Wick extended universe.
No, that's Peacock.
That's why I was confused.
Yeah.
That's why I was confused.
But
I didn't get that.
Shut the fuck up. Cunt.
But that's what. In short, what I was saying is, I don't think Lower Decks would be good to put on, but particularly the Strange New World series, that would be a perfect one to put on, whether it's a Thursday night or a Friday night or Sunday night. I mean, or a Tuesday when they don't have when they're running out of CSI shows.
Tuesday is where it belongs.
Just put it out there. You're already making it. Put it out there. And just see if you can get more people to come into the Star Trek universe.
And that's
The following Pulpery podcast is brought to you by The Goddamn Sauce. Go to thegdsauce.com for details to order all the sauces to replace your ordinary condiments. Pulpery is a privately produced podcast by Brock Ryder and Ben Grimmie, on social media and photography by Beck Ryder, original music by the Heisenberg Compensators.